Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, dreamers and fighters, tonight I do not stand before you as someone who has it all figured out. I stand before you as someone who has been tested, challenged, doubted, and even knocked down. But every time I fell, I rose stronger. Every time I was told I couldn't, I found a way to prove I could. And so I stand here with one declaration written deep within my spirit. Clear, unshakable, undeniable, I am going to win. Today, I stand before you with one unshakable truth. I am going to win. Not because the road is easy, not because the challenges are small, but because I refuse to quit. Winning is not just about trophies, medals, or applause. It is about conquering myself, my fears, my doubts, and every voice that says I can't. I know what I want, and I see where I'm going. My goals are clear, my vision is alive, and my spirit is unstoppable. Every day, I choose discipline over excuses, focus over distractions, and action over hesitation. I may stumble, I may fall, but I will rise. Again and again, stronger each time. Winning is not for the faint of heart, it is for the relentless. It demands patience, sacrifice, and resilience. It means standing tall even when storms try to break me. It means believing in myself when no one else does. It means learning from my failures and turning them into fuel. I am not here to participate. I am here to dominate my destiny. I am not here to watch others succeed. I am here to rise with them or even above them through hard work and faith. I know that the world rewards persistence, courage, and determination, and that is why I will not stop. So hear me clearly, I will fight my battles, I will silence my doubts, I will sharpen my focus, and I will guard my dream with all my strength. Because, in my heart, there is no space for surrender. I may not win today, I may not win tomorrow, but make no mistake, I am going to win. I want you to listen carefully to the words I'm about to say, because they are not just words. They are a declaration, a promise, and a prophecy over my own life. I am going to win. These 4 words are not just sentences strung together. They are the foundation of my mindset, the fire in my soul, and the heartbeat of my journey. When I say I am going to win, I am not simply predicting an outcome. I am declaring my commitment. I am stating that no matter how many obstacles come my way, no matter how many times I get knocked down, no matter how much doubt tries to cloud my mind, I will rise above it all. I am going to win is not wishful thinking. It is a decision, a vow, an unshakable truth that I carry with me every single day. I know there will be critics. I know there will be setbacks. I know there will be nights filled with silence and days filled with struggle. But even in those moments of pain, even in the darkness where hope feels far away, my inner voice will not whisper defeat. It will roar with conviction. I am going to win. Because winning begins here in the mind. It begins when you believe so strongly in your purpose that the world itself has no choice but to align with your determination. Victory doesn't wait for the lucky. It answers only to the relentless, and I have already chosen to be relentless. But before I go further, let me make something clear. When I say I am going to win, I don't mean only standing on a stage with a trophy in my hand, or hearing applause from the crowd, or having people recognize my name. No, winning is far greater than that. Winning is deeply personal. Winning means I rise above who I was yesterday. It means I conquer the weaknesses that once controlled me. It means I face the storms that tried to break me and walk through them with my head held high. Winning means progress, growth, and transformation. It is not just about beating someone else. It is about becoming the best version of myself. For some, winning might look like success in business. For others, it might be healing from heartbreak. For some, it could be breaking out of poverty. For others, it could be finding peace in a world full of chaos. But for me, winning is every single step I take toward my destiny, every barrier I break, every fear I silence, every doubt I destroy. Winning is not one moment. It is a lifestyle. It is waking up each morning and saying, I am still here, I am still fighting, and I am still moving forward. It is knowing that no matter how long the journey takes, every step counts. Every struggle matters, and every sacrifice is worth it. So when I say I am going to win, I mean that in every area of my life, my mind, my heart, my goals, my spirit, I will not settle for less than the victory that is meant for me. Because true winning is not measured only by what I achieve outwardly, but by who I become inwardly in the process. At the center of all victories, at the core of every great achievement, there is one unshakable foundation, and that foundation is self-belief. Because the truth is, before anyone else believes in you, you must believe in yourself. Before the world sees you as a winner, you must already see yourself as one. No coach, no friend, no family member, no stranger on the street can carry that belief for you. It must live inside of you. It must burn in your chest like fire. If I don't believe I can win, then I have already lost. But the moment I decide, deep in my spirit, that I can, I shift the entire game. That belief changes how I walk, how I talk, how I carry myself, how I fight, and how I rise after failure. People will doubt me. They will look at me and see limits, weaknesses, and impossibilities. They will tell me I don't have what it takes. But their doubt does not define me. My belief does. And as long as I believe, I am unstoppable. Because belief is more than an emotion. It's an engine. It fuels the late nights. It strengthens the tired body. It silences the loudest fears. It pushes me forward when my mind screams to quit. It whispers to me, keep going, your victory is already written. And understand this, the world will test your belief. Life will throw storms, setbacks, failures, and pain. But those moments are not meant to destroy you. They are designed to ask you one question. Do you still believe? If my answer is yes, then no mountain is too high, no valley too deep, no obstacle too strong. Because once belief takes root in my heart, victory is not a possibility. It becomes inevitable. That's why I say with power, with certainty, with every fiber of my being, I believe in myself, and because I believe, I am going to win. Belief is the foundation, but belief without direction is like a ship with no compass. To win, I must not only believe, I must also see where I am going. That is why vision is everything. Vision is the picture I carry in my heart before it ever becomes reality. It is the map that guides me when the path gets confusing, the light that shines even when the night is darkest. Without vision, life becomes a cycle of wandering, moving but never arriving. But with vision, every step has purpose, every struggle has meaning, and every sacrifice has value. I cannot win by accident. I cannot stumble into victory. Winning is intentional. It requires a target, a destination, a dream that is so clear in my mind that even when my eyes cannot see it, my soul still knows it is real. That's why I set goals. Not vague wishes, not empty desires, but clear, defined, measurable goals that remind me every day what I'm fighting for. Goals sharpen my focus. They remind me why I must rise early, why I must keep pushing, why I must keep walking even when my legs feel heavy. Because vision without goals is only imagination, but vision with goals becomes a strategy. It becomes a step-by-step process that takes me from where I am to where I know I must be. And let me tell you something, the clearer the vision, the stronger the fight. When I know what I'm aiming for, distractions lose their power. When I see the finish line in my mind, obstacles become temporary instead of permanent. When I carry the image of victory in my heart, nothing, no failure, no rejection, no setback, and convince me to stop. So I declare it. My vision is alive, my goals are set, my direction is clear. I am not walking blindly, I am not moving aimlessly. I know exactly where I'm headed. And because I know where I'm going, I also know this: I am going to win. Vision gives me direction, but without consistency and discipline, vision dies as a dream. To win, I must train myself to do the hard things not once, not sometimes, but every single day. Because winning is not built in a single moment of greatness. It is built in the small, quiet, often unseen decisions of discipline. It is waking up when the alarm goes off, even when my body begs me to stay in bed. It is choosing work over excuses, growth over comfort, focus over distractions. Discipline is the bridge between who I am and who I want to be. It is the weapon that destroys laziness, the shield that protects my vision, the habit that separates winners from quitters. Anyone can be motivated for a day. Anyone can work hard for a week. But winners are those who stay consistent, who show up whether the sun shines or the rain falls, whether they feel strong or weak, whether they are applauded or ignored. Consistency is the proof of seriousness. It tells the world I am not here for a moment. I am here for the long run. And every time I choose discipline, every time I stay consistent, I am laying another brick on the road to victory. Think about it. Rivers cut through rocks not because of their power, but because of their persistence. In the same way, my consistency will cut through obstacles, my discipline will break the chains of limitation, and my habits will shape my destiny. So I remind myself daily, I don't need to be perfect, but I must be consistent. I don't need to win in a day, but I must win the day. Because the person who is disciplined, the person who is consistent, will eventually rise where others give up. And that is why I can say with unshakable confidence, through discipline, through consistency, I am going to win. But even with belief, vision, and discipline, there is an enemy I must face. A voice that whispers in the shadows, a weight that tries to hold me back. That enemy is fear and doubt. Fear tells me I'm not good enough. Doubt tells me I will fail. Fear says the mountain is too high, the road too long, the dream too big. Doubt says, what if you try and lose? What if you give everything and still fall short? These voices are loud, persistent, and dangerous. But here's the truth. Fear and doubt are liars. They are illusions designed to keep me in chains, to paralyze me before I even begin. And if I listen to them, I will never start, I will never risk, I will never rise. So I choose to face them. I choose courage, not because I am fearless, but because I refuse to let fear control me. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, it means walking forward even when fear screams in my ear. It means looking doubt in the eye and saying, you will not stop me, you do not own me, you do not define me. Every time I act in the face of fear, I shrink its power. Every time I silence doubt with determination, I grow stronger. And slowly, fear becomes smaller, doubt becomes weaker, until they no longer control the outcome of my life. Because I know this, the greatest victories in history were not won by the fearless. They were won by ordinary people who chose to move forward despite their fears. And if they could, so can I. So when fear tells me I can't, I will answer, watch me. When doubt says I will fail, I will reply, failure is not my end, it is my teacher. When the world says it is impossible, I will stand tall and declare I am possible. And that is why, no matter what fear or doubt tries to whisper, my answer remains unshaken, I am going to win. No matter how much I believe, no matter how clear my vision is, no matter how disciplined I become, life will test me. I will fall, I will stumble, I will make mistakes. I will face moments where everything I worked for seems to collapse in front of me. But here is the difference between a quitter and a winner. A quitter stays down, a winner gets back up. Resilience is my secret weapon. It is the voice that says, yes, I failed. But this is not the end. It is the strength that allows me to stand again when the ground has knocked the air out of me. It is the fire that refuses to let defeat define me. Every time I fall, I do not rise as the same person. I rise stronger, I rise wiser, I rise tougher. My scars become proof of my survival, and my survival becomes proof of my strength. Think about it. Gold is tested in fire, diamonds are formed under pressure, and warriors are built on battlefield. In the same way, resilience is forged in the moments of pain and failure. Without falling, I could never know the strength of my rise. Without struggle, I could never discover the power inside me. The world may knock me down 7 times, but I will rise 8. Life may throw me into the dirt, but from that dirt I will grow roots that no storm can tear apart. Resilience is not just about surviving the fall, it's about using the fall as fuel. It's about saying, this setback is not my ending, it's my training ground. This failure is not my defeat, it's my preparation for victory. So let the world push me, let the trials test me, let failure visit me. Because no matter how many times I go down, I have already made my decision. I will rise again and I am going to win. Victory does not come cheap. Winning does not knock on the door of the lazy. Success does not fall into the lap of those who sit and wait. Winning demands hard work. Winning demands sacrifice. Every dream has a price tag, and that price is paid in sweat, effort, late nights, early mornings, and choices that most people are not willing to make. While others sleep, I must work. While others waste time, I must invest mine. While others complain about the weight of discipline, I must carry it proudly because I know what I am fighting for. Hard work is not glamorous. It's not about the moments people see. It's about the hours they don't. It's the silent grind, the hidden tears, the lonely struggles that no one applauds but that build the strength of a champion. And then there is sacrifice. To win, I must give up certain things. I must let go of comfort, distractions, unhealthy habits, and sometimes even relationships that pull me away from my vision. Sacrifice is not loss. It is an investment. I trade what is temporary for what is eternal. I trade ease for greatness. I trade right now for what I was born to become. The truth is, if victory were easy, everyone would have it. But not everyone is willing to pay the price. Not everyone is willing to push their body when it's tired, focus their mind when it's restless, or quiet their heart when it's tempted to quit. But I am. Because I know that the sweat on my face, the pain in my muscles, the sacrifices in my life, every one of them is a brick paving the road to my destiny. And when the day of victory comes, when I finally stand at the top, no one will ever be able to say it was handed to me. They will know it was earned by hard work, earned by sacrifice, earned by a fire that refused to go out. That is why I can say with confidence, through hard work and sacrifice, I am going to win. In this journey toward victory, there is a truth I must never forget. Greatness takes time. Nothing worth having is built overnight. No dream worth chasing arrives instantly. Winning is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And to run this marathon, I must carry with me one of the strongest virtues of a champion, patience. Patience is the art of waiting with strength. It is the ability to keep working when results do not show, to keep moving when progress feels slow, to keep believing when nothing seems to change. Patience says, I may not be there yet, but I am on my way, and I will not quit. The seed planted in the ground does not bloom the next day. It takes days, weeks, sometimes months of unseen growth before the flower breaks through the soil. In the same way, My effort may not show its fruit immediately, but beneath the surface, something is happening. My consistency, my discipline, my sacrifices are taking root. Impatience is the enemy of victory. Those who demand instant results are the ones who give up too soon. They walk away before the breakthrough comes. But I have decided I will not give up, I will not quit, I will not turn back, because I understand that time is not my enemy, time is my partner. Every day I wait and work, I am being shaped. Every delay is building my resilience. Every pause is sharpening my character. Every season of waiting is preparing me for the weight of the victory I will carry. So I will not rush the process, because I know the process is building me. I will not despise the wait, because the wait is working for me. My dream may take longer than I thought, but it will not take longer than I can endure. And when the time is right, when the preparation meets opportunity, when my patience has completed its work, I will stand ready. I will rise without regret, without doubt, without hesitation. That is why I declare with confidence, I may wait, but I will not quit. Because patience is my strength and I am going to win. No matter how hard I work, no matter how much I prepare, no matter how focused I become, there will be moments when I fail, and that is not a possibility I fear, it is a reality I accept. Because failure is not the end of the road, it is the classroom of champions. Failure teaches me what success cannot. It shows me my weak spots. It exposes what must be improved. It reminds me that I am still growing, still learning, still becoming. Failure does not mean I am not capable. It means I am still on the journey. Most people run from failure. They see it as shame, as proof that they are not enough. But winners, true winners, look at failure differently. Winners understand that every setback carries a lesson, every mistake carries wisdom, and every defeat carries hidden strength. I would rather fail while moving forward than succeed while standing still. Because each time I fail, I gain knowledge that will prepare me for the victory ahead. Each time I fail, I build endurance that will help me carry the weight of success when it finally comes. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10 zeros, zero ways that won't work." That mindset is what separates dreamers from achievers. Failure is not a dead end, it is a detour. It is simply a redirection toward a better way, a stronger path, a smarter strategy. So I will not fear failure, I will embrace it. I will not hide from my mistakes, I will learn from them. I will not let losses define me, I will let them refine me. Because every time I fall short, I am not moving backward. I am still moving forward with new wisdom in my hand. And when the day of victory comes, I will look back at my failures not with regret, but with gratitude. Because they were not the chains that held me back, they were the steps that lifted me higher. That is why I say with certainty, failure will not break me, failure will build me, and through it I am going to win. One of the greatest battles on the road to victory is not always against enemies, obstacles, or failures. Sometimes the greatest battle is against distractions, because distractions are silent thieves. They don't always attack loudly. They sneak in quietly, stealing my time, my energy, and my vision one small piece at a time. That is why focus is everything. Focus is the ability to lock my eyes on the target and refuse to look away. Focus is saying no to everything that does not serve my vision. Focus is choosing to put my energy where it matters most, instead of scattering it in 100 directions. The truth is, not everything that looks urgent is important. Not every voice deserves my attention. Not every opportunity is aligned with my destiny. Some things are simply noise, designed to distract me from the music of my purpose. So I must train my mind like a warrior, sharp, disciplined, unshakable. When distractions whisper, I must silence them. When negativity surrounds me, I must rise above it. When people try to pull me off course, I must remember where I'm headed. Focus is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things with consistency. It is about channeling my strength into the areas that push me forward, not waste it on what holds me back. Even a magnifying glass can burn through paper, not because it has more power than the sun, but because it takes the sun's light and focuses it in one place. In the same way, my focus multiplies my power. When my mind, heart, and actions are aligned, nothing can stop me. So I will block out the noise, ignore the critics, silence the doubts, and narrow my vision until all I see is the goal. Because where focus goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, results grow. And that is why I can stand here and say, I will not be distracted, I will not be divided, I will stay locked in. And with focus, I am going to win. There will be moments on this journey when the crowd disappears. Times when the people I thought would cheer for me grow silent. Times when those I trusted turn their backs. Times when the path feels empty and I am left standing alone. But I have learned something powerful. True courage is proven in the silence, not in the applause. It is easy to stand tall when the world claps for me, but real strength is shown when no one is watching, no one is encouraging, no one is beside me. Yet I keep standing, because the truth is, not everyone will understand my dream. Not everyone will see my vision. Not everyone will believe in the fire that burns inside me, and that's okay. My destiny was never a group project. It was given to me and me alone. Courage is the ability to hold my ground when doubt surrounds me. It is the decision to keep moving forward even when the road is lonely. It is saying, I don't need a crowd to validate me. I don't need an audience to confirm me. I don't need approval to keep fighting. I believe in this path, and that is enough. Every champion has faced moments of loneliness. Every great leader has walked through valleys where no one stood beside them. But those who had the courage to endure the silence, to keep pressing forward, to stand even when alone, those are the ones history remembers. And I know this, if I cannot stand alone, I cannot stand at all. If I cannot believe when no one else believes, I am not ready for victory. But if I can walk alone, fight alone, and stay true to my purpose, even in the emptiest of moments, then nothing can stop me when support finally comes. So let the crowd leave, let the doubters laugh, let the critics talk. I will not bend, I will not break, I will not quit. Because courage is not about who stands with me, it is about how firmly I stand when no one else does. And that is why I declare with fire in my soul, even if I must stand alone, I am going to win. Beyond discipline, beyond focus, beyond resilience, there is a force even greater, one that shapes my mindset, directs my path, and fuels my spirit. That force is faith. Faith is believing in the unseen, trusting the process even when I cannot see the outcome. Faith is knowing that every step I take is moving me closer, even when the road ahead looks dark. Faith whispers, keep walking. The victory is already waiting for you. But faith alone is not silent. Faith carries with it an energy, a powerful, positive force that changes the way I think, the way I act, the way I live. When I choose faith over fear, positivity over negativity, I begin to attract the very results I seek. Because the truth is, negativity drains, doubt paralyzes, fear weakens, but faith empowers. Positivity lifts. Hope strengthens. When I carry positive energy, I walk differently. I talk differently. I fight differently. I approach challenges not with dread, but with determination. The universe responds to energy. Life mirrors what I carry inside. If I walk in defeat, I will find defeat. But if I walk in faith, if I carry a spirit of victory, I will draw victory closer with every step. This doesn't mean the road will be free of struggle. It means my faith gives me strength in the struggle. It means I refuse to let circumstances dictate my spirit. It means that even in the middle of storms, I can still lift my head and declare, I believe, I trust, I will not be shaken. And when I combine faith with action, when I mix belief with persistence, when I pour positive energy into every effort, I make myself unstoppable. Because faith does not just prepare me for victory. Faith attracts victory to me. That is why I can stand tall, unshaken, and say with conviction, through faith, through positivity, through unbreakable energy, I am going to win. The greatest battle I will ever fight is not against the world outside, it is against the world inside. My real enemy is not always failure, not always critics, not always obstacles. My real enemy is within, laziness and negativity. Laziness whispers, do it tomorrow. Negativity whispers, you can't do it at all. Laziness convinces me to settle for comfort, while negativity convinces me to settle for less. And if I am not careful, these voices become stronger than my vision, louder than my belief, heavier than my discipline. But I refuse to be a prisoner of my own excuses. I refuse to let laziness steal my time and negativity poison my mind. Because the truth is, every single day I have a choice to feed my weakness or to feed my strength. The inner fight is the toughest one, because no one sees it, no one cheers when I choose to wake up early, no one applauds when I silence negative thoughts, no one notices when I push myself through mental battles. But it is in these unseen victories that champions are born. Negativity says, it's impossible. I answer, everything is possible if I refuse to quit. Laziness says, rest a little longer. I answer, I will rest after I conquer. Doubt says, you're not enough. I answer, I am more than enough and I will prove it. Every day I fight the battle within, and every time I win inside, I gain the power to win outside. Because if I conquer my own excuses, no external challenge can defeat me. If I master my mind, I master my destiny. This is the truth. The road to victory is not just paved with discipline, vision, and resilience. It is guarded by the strength to silence the voices within that try to stop me. And that is why I declare with fire, I will crush laziness, I will silence negativity, I will defeat the inner enemy, and because of that I am going to win. After everything, the battles, the sacrifices, the pain, the setbacks, the doubts, the storms, there is one truth that remains unshaken. I am going to win. I have declared it. I have believed it. I have fought for it. I have risen through failures, endured through silence, worked through sacrifice, and kept my eyes fixed on the vision. Nothing. No fear, no weakness, no negativity, no delay. And take this truth away from me. I am not just hoping to win. I am destined to win. I am not just wishing for victory. I am working for victory. I am fighting for victory. I am breathing for victory. Every step I take, every battle I face, every lesson I learn is pushing me closer to the moment where my victory will no longer be a declaration, but a reality. I speak it because I believe it. I believe it because I live it. And I live it because I know in the depths of my soul that I was not born to be average. I was not created to be defeated. I was not built to quit. I was made to rise, to conquer, to overcome, to win. So let the world hear me, let the storms test me, let the challenges come. I will not bend, I will not break, I will not quit. My belief is unshakable, my vision is clear, my discipline is steady, my courage is strong, my faith is alive, my spirit is unbreakable. And so, with everything inside me, with fire in my heart and victory in my voice, I declare once more, I am going to win. So when my story is told, it will not be a story of surrender, it will not be a story of excuses. It will be a story of relentless pursuit, unshakable faith, and unstoppable victory. I am not here to simply survive, I am here to thrive. I am not here to fade into the background. I am here to rise, to stand tall, to claim what is mine. The road may be long, the nights may be heavy, the struggles may be fierce, but nothing will stop me. Because deep within me, louder than fear, stronger than doubt, greater than every obstacle, there is a voice that declares my destiny, and that voice will never be silenced. Hear me clearly, once and for all. I am going to win. Not someday, not maybe, not if things go right. But because I was built for victory, I was made for greatness, and I will never settle for less.